When can New South Wales expect to see some changes, my friend?
Well, while the Premier insists she wants to see the economy up and running here in New South Wales very soon, there are no plans in the immediate future for us here in New South Wales to see any easing of restrictions. We saw that roadmap to freedom yesterday by the Prime Minister. Many premiers coming out afterwards and announcing their state's exit strategy. Instead, Gladys Berejiklian just released a short statement saying while she welcomed this new framework, she doesn't think there'll be any changes here in New South Wales for at least the next week. Now, for the Premier, it's all about data. We saw earlier last week some easing of restrictions here in New South Wales, probably most significantly the two-person rule, allowing two people over to your house, including children. But she wants to look at how those changes we experienced last week and how they impact the number of cases we will see in coming weeks and make decisions on easing restrictions based on that. It is a difficult time for many residents, however. Great weather here in Sydney over the weekend, including Mother's Day. Many people wanting to get out and about. Instead, the Premier said yesterday she has 8 million people she needs to worry about in this state and won't be rushing to ease any restrictions until she can prove it's safe.
Isabella, a lot of people on social media are cranky, both in New South Wales and Victoria. They're seeing the rest of the country start to open. Is there any talk that the Premier will come early today and address the media? Because usually it's Monday to Friday at about 8 a.m, on weekends, push back later or not at all?
No word yet. Usually the press conferences take place here at the Coronavirus Command Centre, so we will be here throughout the day just in case she does step up. But she was talking about perhaps Monday would be able to see another press conference from her and get a bit of an update on those restrictions. But even yesterday, before this framework was released, she was saying it's not likely until the end of May. She wants to get a couple of weeks of data under her belt before she starts easing restrictions. So she was talking about the start of June. Now, after this framework has been released yesterday, you can imagine the mounting pressure on the Premier now to sort of hurry up and start easing those restrictions sooner. So it'll be very interesting to see what she does in the coming days.
Yeah, the pressure will pile on from everywhere, particularly from the opposition.